Ready? That was weak.
Welcome back to our winter wonderland. We're here back with our favorite guest.
Come on.
Good sir, Luke Becker.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah, so your three brothers are on. You're the only one who made it back. How does that make you feel?
Whoa. This is really exciting. It's like getting a call back on The Voice.
That's not how The Voice works.
Well, remember last time we were on, you guys sat with your backs to us and we did a podcast and you just chose the voice you liked the most?
Yeah.
I'm just glad I made it back.
Yeah.
You got a call back.
Yeah. It's exciting though.
Your back was,
Yeah.
Oh, man. We're so happy to have Luke Becker as a part of our Winter Wonderland series. This is, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be truly the holiday season. It'll be December.
Wow.
So, that's kind of crazy to think about. To start off our December talk, or December chat, what's number one on y'all's Christmas list?
That's such a good
Do
question.
you make a Christmas list?
I get pressured from my mom a little bit over text.
Really?
Text.
She'll be like, ideas, ?
Yep. It's a classic mom text.
Yeah. But number one for me this year came kind of out of nowhere.
GoPro?
But GoPro, no. I've been like super discontent with my pillow lately.
Whoa.
And so I
You're
thought
going to get one of those square ones?
Close.
I want to punch that guy in the face.
Are you talking about Mike Lindell?
Is
The My Pillow guy?
Is that the pillow guy?
No. Mike Lindell's My Pillows are on the top of my list this year.
Wow. I have a Lindell pillow.
You do?
Yeah.
No.
Pretty nice.
Nice.
Got a nice little firm vibe to it. It's a little bit more of a block. It's not like, you know how pillows just kind of like end?
Yeah.
This
kind of
one has like a, more of a blocky vibe to it.
Oh my, giving away who you voted for.
Whoa.
Guys, I'm kidding.
Kidding. Who is Mike Lindell?
Mike Lindell's the guy with like the pastel open button down, the Midwestern accent in the massive gold cross chain.
Yes.
It shows up on your TV at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm. My pillow. That kind of a guy? Yeah.
That type of guy.
That's actually hilarious. Is there any reason why that pillow specifically got on your list and not other pillows?
Well, when you enter the pillow market, it's kind of overwhelming because you're like, pillows have been around since like rocks.
Yeah.
Like rocks used to be pillows. And then we got pillows, and so there's like so many to choose from.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, popular pillows, My Pillow.
My Pillow.
You really can't. I feel like I've never really thought about this, but especially when it comes into the specialty market, you can't like test drive a pillow.
Yeah.
You really just got to buy in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't really know for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there should be like a month get your money back free pillow brand, and that's what would crush it.
Called Your Pillow. Direct competition to My Pillow.
You can send them back, but they reuse them.
Do you think that there's like a way that the like cooler than the other side of the pillow? Do you think there's a way that do you think there's a pillow out there that literally has the coldest other side? Does that make any sense?
Well, there's like 8 Sleep, our sponsor for today. Just kidding. 8 Sleep has those like mattress cover things, and it can be temperature controlled, so you can have like the left side is colder and the right side is hotter. So I imagine there's probably a version of that for pillows.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty easy to keep those plugged in though.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
It would have to have the right ventilation system.
Mm-hmm.
Like they designed it like the top scientists at Yale and Harvard engineered it to have the right amount of holes poked in it.
Sure.
So that air could flow through.
Could you imagine going to Harvard? You work your whole life. You sit and learn so much geometry. And then you sit in a room with a bunch of other smart people and you design a pillow. That's funny how that works. Yeah. I thought about that a lot this past week because I learned that Colin Jost, the SNL guy, Is that how you is it Yost or is it Jost?
Jost.
The J really threw me off.
He's the SNL guy.
Yeah.
Colin
He
Jost.
went to Harvard.
Yes.
That's crazy to me.
This
he
is
also
crazy.
was hallmates with Pete Buttigieg.
That's so wild. I would not think of them as the same age.
Same. That's exactly what I said. I was
Yeah.
like, Pete Buttigieg, I would be like, oh, he's like 60 years old or something.
Yeah.
And Colin Yost, I'd be like, oh, or sorry, Colin Jost.
Yeah.
He'd be like freaking, I don't know, 29.
Yeah.
No, they're both 40.
Wow.
That's so wild.
Yeah. Do you think that there's a better part of SNL than Weekly Update
Right
or
now,
Weekend Update?
No.
I don't think there is.
Right now, no. Yeah, it's going to the dogs.
What do you do? This is something. So Gracie and I just recently got super into SNL. What do you do whenever you talk to someone and they say, "I'm not really into SNL"? Like SNL is not really that funny to me. What do you do? Because in my opinion, they're just wrong.
Yeah,
But-
they are.
Okay.
They are. I think it's like
confirmed wrong.
I think SNL's been around for so long.
Yeah, since like 75, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
since 75. And so to say that is like to say like I'm not really a music guy, which I have been told before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of absurd because like there's so many different types of that thing. Like so many different iterations of that thing that you can't just not be like you don't like to laugh, you don't like to sit
what I was
around
gonna
on
say.
the
It's
couch
like,
with your
I don't-
family.
I don't really like to laugh.
Yeah.
That's what
I
what
really-
that person's saying.
This is my I'm gonna call it. This is my Cole Edens call out tonight. Okay, or today. In the same, excuse me. I just ate a burger, so I have a lot of stuff going on in my mouth. But Cole Edens in the same like breath last night. We were talking about Instagram reel humor that he found. He found an Instagram reel that was like when you're with your buddy and he does something and it makes you realize he can't fight in Mortal Kombat with you. And the bit was server brings out food and then the food comes out and then the buddy starts doing this. Kind of like a little like, I don't even know, just like a really happy feminine clap or something like that. And he was like, yeah, this guy can't fight in Mortal Kombat with me. I don't know if I can trust him.
I think I know what creator did that. I can't remember his name though.
Anyways, funny bit for sure.
Yeah.
Something that a bit style that SNL would be doing forever.
Yep.
And then the very next, I think Cole Edens is one of the people that's just like, he doesn't like SNL for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And in the very same conversation, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell you about this SNL bit I saw that was so funny. It was a Tim Robinson, which is the I Think You Should Leave guy.
Hilarious.
Him and Jason Sudeikis, which is the Ted Lasso guy.
Oh, the NBA theme song.
The NBA, like the give me the basketball or basketball, give me that ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Yep.
Like one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. And I told that to Cole, and Cole was like, I was like,
Did you show it to him?
No, I think that's what it
I
was.
I think you have to show him the actual bit.
Yeah. I thought it was like both of them were the same thing, but just because it was like Instagram Reels, he was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
And because of SNL, it was like, that's not
Yeah.
funny.
I feel like with Tim Robinson, like you have to watch him do it for it to be funny.
Yeah, like
You
the
know? It's
Love
like the-
Island bit on I Think You Should Leave with the zip line is like one of the funniest things ever. But if
it's
you
so good.
didn't watch it, it would make no freaking sense.
I feel like that's how most
you know?
of his stuff is.
Yeah.
Like the 99 burgers, 99 hot dogs, 99 fries.
And
That little bit where he goes through the drive-thru and tries to get the person to pay for him in front of him. That doesn't land when you just explain it. You have to like watch that bit.
no, yeah, I feel like quoting anything that he's done in front of somebody that hasn't seen it with somebody that has seen it is like borderline cruel.
Yeah.
Because it's outside of the context, it's the most nonsensical thing of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is super weird too. Like his humor is like very unique. Anyways, SNL. The reason we're talking about it is because Colin Jost went to Harvard and we were talking about pillows. So that's awesome that pillows were number one on your Christmas list. That's actually a really practical gift.
Yeah.
Not going to break the bank. Going to make a huge impact on your life, and you're just going to be really happy when you rip that Lindell pillow right open on Christmas morning.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to just take it out of the wrapping and just run straight to my bedroom and use it. Like, don't even finish the presents. Just I gotta
go
go
take a nap.
Yeah.
Myers, what about you? Anything on your Christmas list?
The main thing I've been thinking about is running shoes.
Yeah.
Last Christmas I got 2 or 3 watches because I was really into watches.
Yeah.
And so I almost think it's funny to start theming my Christmas where I just ask for a bunch of versions of one thing. So I think this one is going to be shoes.
What other kinds of shoes are you thinking about getting?
I want to get
boots, perhaps?
No, I don't really. I've got Birkin or not. I always think of what are the
Chacos.
No, the Australian boots that everyone wears.
Blundstones. Flip-flops.
Blundstones. I already have a pair of those, and I have some Clarks. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do like maybe a pair of those dad sneakers.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like the New Balance Nike looking, chromy looking, something like that.
Vibe.
Yeah, something like that. Something comfy, but it's kind of stylish. Some running shoes from Ultra probably. I want to figure out like a nicer, dressier looking shoe that I can wear for like church and sometimes work if I feel like dressing up for work.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out what that is yet, but think like loafer, but maybe a little bit more athletic. I don't really know.
Like an athletic loafer.
Yeah.
Maybe
you know those
loafer.
shoes,
Cleats on the bottom?
you know those shoes that are like on the top it's a dress shoe and on the bottom it's like a Hoka sole?
Yeah.
I'm thinking something like that.
Just lifted loafers.
Yeah.
Good morning, coworker. You're looking very short this morning.
Yeah, it's like
You're towering over them.
It's like just in case I need to go run like to the insurance office from my car.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just in case I need to run across the parking lot to our place to go get a chicken salad sandwich.
You could get a pair of military combat boots.
Yeah. I think that's actually
Ooh,
the
yeah.
third pair. That's the fourth pair I'm going to get.
I would love you in boots.
Thanks.
I'll say it.
Do you love me not in boots?
I think to
I do.
continue on this boots conversation, Puss in Boots is a incredible movie. Have you ever watched that movie?
It's been like 15 years, but yeah.
That thing hit back then.
That's kind of crazy they got away with that title. I feel
Yeah.
like 15 years ago is kind of too soon.
No, I think everything changed in the culture about 4 years ago.
Mm.
Everything before that was free for all.
Free for all. Great type of Call of Duty format game.
Yeah.
I really liked playing free for all
Mm-hmm.
at that one in Modern Warfare 2 that was like a really small map. You know what I'm talking about?
Gun game was like one of the things I was best at in Call of Duty.
Yeah. What about you, Luke? What were you best at Call of Duty at?
Call of Duty was exclusively at sleepovers thing for me. I was raised in a household that didn't do shooting games.
Good.
This
and
household doesn't do shooting games. I remember
Yes.
seing that sign.
It was on a
house.
doormat. Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
painted on the front of your house.
Yeah, it was
I
like one
remember
of the swinging little like
And the,
pieces of wood.
and the mailman and other people that would come by would always think, weird hill to die on, but okay. Yeah, no, but it was always like a do it at sleepovers kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I always had those types of friends that would like hog the Xbox when I was over at their house for sleepovers, and so I would wait for them to go to bed and play their Call of Duty at like nocturnal hours.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Just having time
Dick.
of my life, honestly.
Yeah.
I freaking hate the front of my house. I hate my mom.
I'm gonna tear that sign down. Exactly.
If only they would play it just once.
Yeah. We also had one of those those things in our kitchen. Everyone had it. These hands don't shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone had it, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone had that.
Oh, my
Especially in
gosh.
Texas.
Well, guys, today we have a really fun Wonderland segment that we're gonna jump straight into, and that is something that I think everyone has an opinion on. Okay, and that is the top 5 worst holiday traditions. I think that everybody ends up in a place where they're just like at a holiday tradition, and they're like, "What the heck are we doing?" You know what I mean? Maybe that's a me thing. Maybe my family just has a bunch of traditions where I'm like, "What are we doing here?"
Huh.
Maybe that's a everyone thing, and this will be a really long segment. Let's see where we dive into. Anyways, as y'all are thinking about this, what came to your mind? Worst holiday traditions.
I think I should start because I have the most controversial one that is going to make Steven really mad.
Oh, I love
This
this.
is definitely going to be some Scrooge energy.
And I will preface this by saying Christmas was my number one and our decided number one best holiday last time when we talked about holiday stuff.
Is this take about to be Grinch pilled?
This is green pilled. My worst tradition, number one, Christmas music.
Oh, wow.
Oh my mouth is agape right now. And my ears are closed off to what you have to say.
He's just not really a music guy.
That is nuts.
I think Christmas music in the store, great. Christmas music in the movies, sure, yeah. I don't want to listen to Christmas music on my own time. I have no desire. Like it's annoying to me. And that's why Steven thinks I hate Christmas, because I don't like Christmas
The number
music.
one best-selling song of all time is a Christmas song. So the wild majority disagrees with you, but you know what? Everybody has a right to have an opinion. Everyone has a right to be wrong.
I think if it was between getting rid of the concept of Santa or getting rid of Christmas music, they should choose Santa. That's how hard I believe in Christmas music. So
how would the Here Comes Santa Claus song work? Here comes Jesus Christ. Here comes Jesus Christ. That's funny.
That definitely changes the implications. Or maybe just for a couple years while they come up to it, come up with what it'll be next. They can just go, here it comes, here it comes.
Here comes beady-doop.
Just add like scat
Here comes the snow. Here comes the snow and cold weather.
And then when people call in and complain, they're like, we're working on it. You didn't give us much time. There's like a million iterations of Santa songs.
Get rid of music. Play Myers.
Santa was Christmas music. You have to understand the plight we're facing here.
Right.
Wow, that's crazy.
Here comes the reindeer. Nothing is in the sleigh, I swear. That was pretty good.
Myers, as an offshoot of that, what would you say is like the mainstream Christmas song that is the nail in the coffin for you?
That's a good question.
I don't know Christmas music well enough to even tell
you. Can maybe hum it or sing it or something.
I mean, I don't know. I just get annoyed listening to the same thing over and over again. And every year it's the same stuff, and it has been for the last 24 years of my life. It just annoys me. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really know the last time a new Christmas song came out. I don't know one.
So my fun fact, my favorite song
ever.
Yes. No. My favorite Christmas song is actually a newer Christmas song.
Which one?
Okay.
And it's You Make Me Feel Like Christmas by Gwen Stefani.
Wow.
It's
Myers has never listened to this. He doesn't have he doesn't have a way to fully know if he doesn't like Christmas music.
Wow. This is
Do y'all want to move on from this, or do y'all want to keep going on?
I actually have an offshoot to this
Okay.
Christmas thing. Myers, I guess you're like a never kind of guy on Christmas music, so this wouldn't apply to you as much because you're not a fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting take. But Steven, if I could turn this way. No, okay. Where do you stand on Christmas music year round?
Oh,
both of y'all, really?
I don't really know. I mean, there's always like one random time in the summer that I like really miss Christmas vibes. And Nat King Cole's song, the Christmas song. I actually have no idea if that's a Nat King Cole original song or not.
It seems like it would be.
Anyways, I have that song on vinyl, and I just play it on vinyl because I'm like, I just want to feel again, you know? That's definitely happens like once or twice a year. But I've never like played. I think Krungbin's like Christmas song is good. I don't know if I think Vince Guaraldi is good, and pretty much even if I listen to other Vince Guaraldi, I still feel like I'm listening to Christmas music.
Yeah.
He's the guy who does the Charlie Brown like jazz album thing.
Like if you're mowing the lawn in July, do you have Vince Guaraldi in your ears?
No, have a... Yeah, I have that. pretty much. No, I don't. Are you a Christmas year-round type?
So the reason I raised that question is because with this specific Gwen Stefani song and this song alone, I think it is so S-tier Christmas music that I listen to it year-round. I actually listen to it on the way over here.
Wow.
That's amazing. I can't wait to listen to the song afterwards.
Sing it? Oh, okay.
The Christmas song recorded by Nat King Cole, originally written by Robert Wells and Mel Torme, but it seems like he was probably the first one to record it because that was written in 1945, and then he recorded it in 1946.
Yeah.
And back then it was like a lot of times
that is freaking old.
People were writers of music, and then people were performers of music. So
wasn't really in between there.
Yeah.
Nat King Cole wasn't very good at writing Christmas music. But
no.
That other guy was. That's a great song. That's kind of crazy to me, like how popular, like because they used to make music that they would sell. They could sell vinyls with.
Yep.
Right. That's how it worked.
That's how people make money.
Now people don't do it that way.
Well, they used to make they used to make songs so good. Like they used to make one singular banger so good that they were like, "Here's a vinyl. It's just got that song on it."
Just one.
Yeah.
That would never fly today.
Nope.
No.
Way. That's anti-convenience industry.
Yeah.
But I think it's super interesting that is almost like buying a decoration. They're like, oh, Nat King Cole came out with a Christmas record. We're buying, like you're at the store buying like freaking garland and you see that on the wall. Like that's a genius move on their end. Nat King Cole, his name on a Christmas album, and that album was made with Bing Crosby. So they were really just scratching everybody's back.
So that would be like DJ Khaled and Taylor Swift making a song in the 50s.
Yeah, that's a good modern interpretation. DJ Khaled.
The modern
and Taylor
interpretation
Swift.
of Bing Crosby and Nat King Cole is DJ Khaled and Taylor Swift.
Because remember Bing Crosby before every song would always come in with Bing Crosby.
Yeah, we the best, Crosby.
Merry Christmas.
I am Bing Crosby.
Yeah, that's usually how we open to songs, I think.
Yeah.
Luke, what's your worst tradition? Number one.
Number one would be, I would say, the one that always like frustrated me the most growing up was the type of desserts that neighbors give you during the holidays or friends give you. You know when they bring you that little tin and they made you some treats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 90% of the time I'm opening that tin as like an excited, anxious little kid that loves sugar. What would have been known back then as a big back. I open that tin and I'm expecting like brownies or cookies or something
tasty,
something really tasty, and it's always like the most absurd peanut brittle type like the type of stuff that you shouldn't make desserts out of.
Yeah.
Like cranberry pudding scone.
Yeah. Or it's like a cookie with like negative moisture in it.
Yeah.
It takes. It's almost like putting a piece of sandpaper in your
Yeah.
It's like eating digestives.
Right. So in terms of
like here's a really big ibuprofen pill.
Yes. What is the deal with like? I mean, it's already winter. Things are already like cold. And you don't want to eat something super like dry and salty.
Yeah.
Yet here comes Mary Lou, the neighbor lady with a giant tin, an apocalyptic size tin.
It's like the mega fireworks that you buy, but it's got just dried
nuclear bomb or a Christmas cookie gift.
Just 80 ounces of peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle? I'm not mad if I get peanut brittle.
You're not mad if you get peanut brittle.
I think that I am excited to eat 2 pieces of peanut brittle a year. And that are definitely going to be in December. And then once I've had those 2, then I'm like, get this away from me. I hate that this exists. But the first 2, I'm like, well, that's pretty good.
The first 2 pieces, this is the best gift you could have gotten me. After those 2 pieces, it's the worst gift you could have
After that, it's like, why did you give me a 5-gallon bucket?
Exactly. Yes, nobody's family is indulging that whole tin.
Okay, the tins that have fudge in them.
The fudge is good,
the
but
fudge is
how
good.
often are you getting
I'm
the fudge?
obsessed with fudge.
Yes.
I love fudge.
Fudge is solid.
Yeah.
Now, would you say there's a fudge flavor that's like the worst?
Oh, wait, that's actually a good one.
That is a good question.
I feel like when you start doing fruit and fudge, I'm like,
yeah.
Like if it's like a strawberry or raspberry or something.
We went to that place in Gatlinburg, I think. It was a fudge place, and they had like rainbow fudge, like they had these colorful fudges.
Yeah,
I think when you start using food coloring for your fudge, that's where things go awry.
Yeah,
I don't want like a literally pink raspberry, like cotton candy fudge. I don't want that. I want like peanut butter fudge, white chocolate fudge. Chocolate fudge.
You don't want like enchilada fudge, like none of those like bad flavors.
Yeah, the savory fudges are not really for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, that's so fair.
I was gonna ask Steven what his number one worst tradition is.
I'm like trying. I'm writing them down right now because I can't forget them. Or I keep forgetting the order.
I wrote mine down and then I forgot to text it to myself. So it's on the real list is on my phone. I like tried to remember it.
All right, number one. Christmas light like drive-throughs that you can't do in your own car. That's my number one.
Oh wow!
That you can't do in your own car.
Are there ones where you get out?
I have been to 2 different places in my life where I'm not telling you they weren't magical and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like in terms of art.
Yeah.
Like we went to the Botanical Gardens in Pennsylvania with Gracie's family one time.
Wow.
And then we went to what was the other place? Oh yeah, Callaway Gardens in Georgia, and in the Botanical Gardens in Pennsylvania, you just have to walk around in 15-degree weather.
Yeah.
Or you're at Callaway Gardens and it's like 35. Like 35 and cold at night in the South feels like 2 degrees because of like I don't know. I actually don't know that. I don't know why that is, but I swear, like, whenever I'm in, like, it could be in Colorado, and it could be 15 degrees, and I'm like, that's all right.
Yeah.
But then here, it'll be 45. But if it's, like, if the wind blows, it's like, I'd rather be dead than be outside right now. So, anyways, I just think about that, and you had to get off, and you had to get onto this little, like, train thing. No heated seats, no hot, like, AC, nothing. You're just driving at whatever speed they wanted you to go
12 miles an hour.
And I was just like, in every bit of my bones, especially the Callaway Gardens one, I was just like, why am I here? Why am I not like cozied up watching a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
We had this like, the Callaway Gardens awesome. I don't know if anybody even knows what that is. It's just like it's like a state park kind of place in Georgia that's like got a cool golf course and like nature stuff. But I think it's crazy how people go there and they just drive around in this golf cart in freezing cold weather at night, because the hot chocolate's amazing for the first 5 minutes, and then its entire surroundings being the whole Earth's quality of air in that moment, in that space and time, just makes it about 30 degrees immediately.
And you're in Pennsylvania, so you're immediately like, they did too much Eagles stuff. Like every other light display is.
Oh my gosh! Which honestly, if we want to do a little snake draft thing, my number 2. Speaking of the Eagles, is holiday NFL football. One of those things, personally for me, like the NFL football always ends up on the TV on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I don't ever watch NFL football.
Yeah.
And I just think like morally, I'm like, all of these people are dads and their kids are at home right now. Like, why are they not with their family? And all the people in the stadium aren't with their family at home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and obviously their viewership is crazy that day because everybody has nothing to do. They're sitting around at home. But it's like, I don't care about the Detroit Lions at all. Like, I care 0% about the game. I'm just like, wow, if it's crazy broken leg, that's really my only emotion that I have. So anyways, I feel like the fact that you have to like sit down and watch Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears on Thanksgiving or whoever plays, and I'm just like, sitting in a room with my cousins acting like I'm supposed to be into an NFL game. I hate that. That's another one.
I'm stealing that and making that my number 2 also because I forgot that that's a thing. But when we would go to my Aunt Bunny's house and like
Aunt who?
Aunt Bunny.
Bunny. Okay.
Let's go.
Buntyn.
Wow.
We would eat a meal. It'd be fantastic. We'd be having such a good time. And then, like, Uncle Ron or something would turn on some football game, and everyone would retire to the couch, not talk to each other.
That's the worst part.
And then I was like, I never see any of you guys. Why are we sitting here staring at, like, two teams that are on the opposite side of the country play football?
And then there's that
Like,
one uncle
y'all don't
that's
care
like,
about
if,
this.
If my parlay doesn't hit, I'm returning all the gifts.
Yeah.
And then you sit by that one cousin that literally explains the entirety of their fantasy, like, statistics and, like, what is riding on the game.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
I need him to catch this.
I've always wanted to do fantasy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Because, like, when I was, like, 12 years old, I just wanted to be at home playing, like, Mario or something. And my family made me come do this, and so I'd eat the food, and it'd be fantastic, and I'd be having a great time, and I'd see my cousins, and I love talking to, like, my older cousins who were probably, like, a generation ahead of me, and they're so fun and sweet and whatever. And
the greatest generation.
Yeah, and then we would retire to the couch, and then no one would talk to each other anymore, and I was like, why do I have to sit here for another 3 hours? Can we just go home so I can play Mario, or can I keep talking to my cousins? And people would just.
That's
turn
always
on
that. I
football.
feel like that's always that moment where families are like, they get to that part of the day and they're like, what are our traditions? Like,
Yeah.
what do we do on Christmas? And
It's
then they
also
just
like-
turn that on because like, I don't know.
I feel like, too, I'm actually interested in your thoughts on this. Did you play high school football? I know you went to
I didn't, but thank you for asking.
Okay. Like,
That's a
I know
compliment.
that the high school football athletes at your high school were like freaking they like all are playing for the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears now.
Right.
Luke went to a high school in Dallas that's known for athletics and stuff. But I feel like for me, like I played football, so obviously I liked playing football or like wiffle ball or basketball on Thanksgiving Day. But I feel like when you sit around and you're like, oh, like the NFL, America's best pastime, America, it's Thanksgiving, we're American. Like, the best way to practice that would be, like, go outside and play, like, a pickup football game, because then at least the people who aren't into football, at least they can run around.
Right.
You know? What do y'all think about am I far off?
So my concern with the pickup sports games as a family, because it's something that's pitched every year,
Yeah.
is the age differences and the athletic differences. Like, I know there's some families that are like, oh, it's going to be so fun when like that 6-year-old and that 56-year-old are on a team together and he's like throwing a route to him. And then like someone's aunt is guarding the kid and like it's just the weirdest dynamic of athletic abilities. I was always like, I would always feel bad like ripping a route on my aunt or something like that. You know, like, I don't know. Like in theory, I just wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, but no, you're right. Like I wish it was more like interactive for sure.
Yeah, I mean, most of my Thanksgivings and holidays are spent with Mississippi family, which is my mom's side of the family.
Yeah.
And all those cousins are like either like 12, 15 years older than me or like 10 years younger than me. So it was like I kind of just hung out with the adults, really. Like there were
You
no
had to grow up
kids playing.
fast.
Yeah. So like now, at this point, there would probably be enough kids that we could do like sports and stuff, but they're mostly girls. So it's still kind of not going to happen.
I would love to take a poll because everyone, I feel like that has to be a universal experience in America. That like it's 3:00 on Thanksgiving and somehow the Detroit Lions show up on the TV. I don't know why I feel like it's always the Detroit Lions. I don't know if that's true or not. And actually, Miles, our producer today, he played collegiate football. Is it always the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day? Do you know that? It's the Cowboys.
Oh.
That's the same team in my brain. Sorry, Luke. You're a Dallas guy.
Luke's like, no, I love it. I love that.
Oh, wait, it was the Cowboys? I freaking hate you.
On behalf of the Cowboys, how dare you?
But it's like, how do you... I really feel like I'd love to poll, because that's got to be on in the majority of living rooms. Like, how many people in those living rooms would have put that on themselves?
I'm going to write down to
fun
put a poll
fact
for that.
Fun fact, Christmas Day football this year is being broadcast on Netflix.
You're joking?
Nope. This was advertised during the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. They bought the rights to Christmas Day football. So
Like every single game?
I think there's like 2 games. If there's more than 2 games, then they're only showing 2 games. But they're showing like
we are
the
literally
2 main ones.
experiencing the death of TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
like the complete death of TV.
Yeah.
Like if they can't even afford to keep football on TV.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be
sports has
so
been the
annoying.
last
And
stronghold.
The whole cast of Stranger Things is commentating it. No, I'm kidding.
No
Totally
way.
isn't that crazy.
This reminds me of when I fought the Demogorgon.
Actually, it would be hilarious if when you were watching sports, you could be like sports person mode and non-sports person mode. So then you could have like someone like me who's just like, I don't really know what happened. Crack a joke.
Dude,
Literally, you have like the actual sports people giving
You had
commentary.
like Ryan Reynolds commentating one of the games, and you're like, "That was crazy." Or
What do
like,
you think, The Rock?
oh man, that's funny. Oh, dude. Okay,
number 2 for Luke.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Poop. This might be. This might
Number
be.
2.
This might be a controversial. This might be a controversial one. Real trees.
Whoa,
Oh,
gosh.
that one hurt me. I'll be honest.
I'm glad you. I think what you're trying to do is you're just trying to make him feel with the way that you felt when he said Christmas music.
Yeah.
That's all you're trying to do.
Yeah,
I just felt that in my bone. I felt that in my bone marrow.
that hurt me right here.
Golly.
Okay.
Are you like an
I think-
environmentalist activist
No, I
or
think-
something like
I think
that?
now-
Like, what is your
now-
what's your angle here?
Steven then needs to say like presents, and then we just like collectively ruined Christmas.
Honestly, presents might be a
This
good answer.
podcast will become a personification of the Grinch if Steven says presents. But no, okay, real trees. Hear me out. I know this is an unpopular opinion. I think I have some ethos here. I think I have some credibility.
I don't know.
When I say that I grew up half real tree, half fake tree.
Yeah.
So we did a period of my life.
Wait, you're telling me right now 50% of your tree every year.
Split it down the middle.
I know everyone's family didn't buy just the stump, and then you added a fake tree. No, half of my childhood was spent buying the real tree and doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
The dark period, and then the other half, the brighter period, was the fake tree.
Why is that better?
So, picture with me now. Okay, you're going to, unless you go to a Christmas tree farm and you live in Narnia, you're going to Home Depot or Lowe's, and
that's fair.
you're going to Lowe's, and it's like, it's getting dark out earlier, and so it's like 4 p.m. It's pitch black.
It's
you
pitch
go,
black at
it's-
3:45 p.m.
Yes, it's cold. You're there with your family, and your dad's like, oh, we need to get one that won't scratch the ceiling, and it's like, okay. He's like, try to find one that's 35 inches tall or whatever, and you're like, okay, I don't even know how tall that would be. I'm kind of trying to and then you guys find your tree, and he's like, all right, go get the car. And so you as a 7-year-old have to go. No, I'm kidding. You guys get the car, and you put it on top, right? And you take it home, and then you're like, okay, now we have to get a real tree off of the top of a car, and so you do that, and then you're trying to get it in the doorway, but shoot, the architect didn't think about Christmas trees when he designed the doorway, and so
Yeah.
it's off
They
by a
never
good
do.
bit, right? They never do, and so you're
You have
getting
like
it down.
sap all over your hands.
There's sap all over your hands, and you're cutting your hands. Your hands are bleeding,
yeah.
right? And so you're like,
Sometimes your
shoot.
hands fall off.
Sometimes your hands fall off, and you're hoisting it through the hallway, and you're trying to get it to the furthest back corner of the family room, because for some reason they chose the furthest back corner when they decided where to put the Christmas tree. But psych, no, they didn't, because they don't want it there anymore. Mom wants it in a different spot, and so you're moving it, and then you're like, shoot, and it's like this weird object that's dropping needles all over your house.
Yeah, and
and
you can't you can't really get it to stand up straight.
Right, you can't, yeah. And then you found out that the guy at Lowe's pulled a little prank on you where he cut it slanted at the very bottom, and so now it's not even flat, and you're like, okay, we got to get one of those holders. Anyways, you guys are done. You're all sitting on your couch, just panting, sweating, bleeding. You're bandaging your younger brother as he lays in your arms, and you're saying, I'm sorry, this won't happen next year. You make that promise every year, but it never comes. And then eventually one year it does come, and the fake tree year happens. And it's so easy. It comes in the mail.
Yeah.
And it's in these little bags, and you take it out, and nobody's bleeding or sweating, and you're piecing it together.
Your hands grow back.
Your hands grow back from last year, and you're like, wow, I can eat food again.
I haven't eaten in a year.
I haven't eaten in a year. How is that scientifically possible? And you're piecing this tree together, and it's
maybe
beautiful.
people will stop asking me how I haven't eaten in a year.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's like the hope just creeps in.
And the lights are already on the tree. And don't even get me started with stringing the lights around a real tree, because that's another nightmare.
Yeah, and unstringing them from that.
And unstringing them. And so the lights are already built in, and it's this beautiful little thing that you can just kind of plop there, and it brings the light and the comfort of the holidays into your own home without having to do the whole process of bringing it in and then thinking about, oh, we're going to have to get this out when it's more dead than it is now.
And it's going everywhere.
Right.
Flaky things.
So that's my pitch.
You just went through that whole monologue, and all that did was make me more excited to be around a live Christmas tree again.
How dare you?
I would literally, like, as a child, walk up to the Christmas tree and, like, smell it.
Yeah, the
Like
smell is amazing.
I love live Christmas trees.
But
Do you
let
know
me
they have-
tell you about this something. Let me tell you about something they
Tell me
invented.
something about something.
Candles. Scented candles.
They have. This is what I said yesterday. I went to Hobby Lobby and Target doing Christmas stuff, which I have. I hate Hobby Lobby now, by the way. But anyways,
What? Okay, go on.
The Christmas story fact is completed.
we did. We literally got. I'll tell the story. We literally put everything in our. We did all of our Christmas decorations inside decorations. We went through Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby's selection is terrible. Their organization is terrible. I love the business, but like whatever. Anyways, so we put everything in there. We go all the way to the front. This girl's like, I like walk up, and the girl at the register, I was like, hey, how's it going? She said, good. And not in like she was socially awkward way, but in like she was being super mean and didn't want to say anything. And I was like, oh man, like, it's been crazy. Like, there's so many people in here. She was like, yeah, it's been crazy. Said a few more things. She was just like, like very like one word, didn't want anything to do with me. She gets through all of it. She's all right, $59.79 or whatever. And I go tap to pay because I didn't have my wallet. Grace and I, neither of us had our wallets. They don't have tap to pay.
Oh.
And I was just like,
Two places that don't have tap to pay: Hobby Lobby and Walmart.
yeah. So just in
Walmart.
case y'all are wondering.
Pisses me off.
Yeah.
But
Why
anyways,
does Walmart not have tap to pay?
I'm not kidding you. The lady said, you figure out, I'm going on lunch. Walks away.
Wow,
What?
that is crazy.
That just stunned Miles.
Crazy,
He
bro.
just set up.
You just. Oh, that's
I've
nice.
never
though.
heard of that.
I walked away, and I was like, nope. Went to Target, got the same stuff, $200.
Wow.
So that's why you go to Hobby Lobby. But also, apparently they treat their employees like as if they're like freaking in prison or something like that, because she was not having a good day at all.
That's
But anyways,
crazy.
At Hobby Lobby and at Target, they had this thing that I'd never heard of before, scented ornaments. So like within an ornament, it has the Christmas tree smell that it puts off. So you can get a bunch of Christmas tree scented ornaments to make your fake tree smell like a real tree. That's the only reason I brought that up. Thought that was super weird. I was like, just buy a real tree.
Yeah.
They're only like $50 or $80 or something like that.
I will confess that I have a fake tree, but my excuse is that
Thank you for your confession.
I had to confess that as a person defending real trees. But we live in a small apartment, so my reasoning is we live in a small apartment and it's more affordable for the time being to just have a fake tree for a little while. But as soon as it's reasonable for me to spend the money every year on a real tree, I will absolutely do that.
Do you know how I could tell? Do you know how I already knew you got a fig
Tell
tree
me.
this year?
Tell me.
Because you're happy right now.
That's so dumb. Literally, you know what I've been sitting here thinking about the whole time we've been talking about real trees?
What?
The most popular camouflage brand in the world is just called Real Tree.
Real tree. Yeah.
Like that is such a boring name.
Yeah.
That'd be like opening up a coffee shop and it's just called coffee.
Well,
That's
there's
like
also
somewhere they'd go in Seinfeld, like how they go to diner.
yeah. There's also their competition, Mossy Oak.
It's like just pretty straightforward.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Real tree.
Help me
Mossy
figure
Oak.
out what does Hobby Lobby mean. Literally, what is that name? Hobby Lobby. I don't know.
Lobby.
I'm obviously really mad at him. So easy to make fun of him for me right now.
Yep.
I'll get
Okay,
over it.
Steven, what's number 3 worst tradition?
Number 3 for me. Like I think this is super. This is where it gets hard because I think that all of them are pretty much tied for 3, but I'll just go in my order that I have right now. Drive-through nativity. I think that drive-through nativities are the stupidest thing I've ever experienced in my life. There's literally nativities set up everywhere around all of the city that you live in a bunch of front yards. So like COVID, having a drive-through nativity was like, sure, whatever, you're trying to be creative and cool, like, you know, that's a cool way to get people involved and remember the reason for the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's not COVID anymore. There's no pandemic anymore. There's no reason for anything to be drive-through oriented unless it's fast food or you got the idea from originally. They were doing that before COVID, though.
Cookout drive-through nativity.
Honestly, wouldn't be mad at that. If
Peppermint mocha milkshake is what you get at the end.
But like churches still having drive-through nativities, I'm like, no, just have the play again that you did before. Just like put it away.
Are you talking about?
To me, it's the same thing as like a judgment house.
Yeah.
It's like maybe
Sure.
just like don't do that.
Are you talking about by drive-through nativity? You mean like
Have you never been to one?
Your buddy from high school is playing Joseph, like
Yes.
that kind of
Yes.
thing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Those are
drive
funny.
through. You
We
essentially like drive through Jerusalem. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Gardendale First Baptist Church does this every year, and we went. I think COVID year, right?
Yes, we went the one year.
together.
It was like I was
With
like, oh, let's
Jackson?
go. That'd be funny.
Because you were
Great.
trying to remember
Jackson
the reason
and
for the
Emma.
season.
It was Emma's birthday.
Yeah, it was.
Shout out to Emma and Jackson.
Yeah. Anyway,
Emma's living in Paris right now, so
Wow.
wonder what her Thanksgiving is gonna be
She's-
like. Where they
she's one of
don't
our
practice
international
thankfulness.
listeners.
Yeah.
International listeners, we love our international listeners at Word of Mouth.
I think they call Thanksgiving Christmas pregame in Paris.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
I think they call Thanksgiving Thanksgiving. I think drive-through nativities are just like it's just like I don't know. It gives me PTSD back to COVID. So yeah,
I can
I'm
get
not a big
behind that.
fan.
I can get behind that.
That's
All
so real.
Anyways, I feel like everyone's gonna kind of mutually agree with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next.
It's going to be hard to make a master list out of this so far. It's going to be difficult. Luke,
Yeah.
do you have number 3.
Number 3, I was kind of tossing around a couple different ideas for this one because honestly, hey, call me a softie, but I was looking at all the traditions online and thinking, I like a lot of these.
It's hard
Yeah.
to think of 5.
Oh, yeah. But
Also, to be clear, don't limit yourself to Thanksgiving and Christmas. We
Could
can
be
talk about
anything.
other holidays too. Like when we did top 5 holidays 2 episodes ago, and one of the top ones was like July 4th. So bear that in mind.
I'm going to be so real. I thought we were talking about Christmas holidays. Thanksgiving opens up a whole other can of worms.
Yeah. I can go if you want to think about that and come back.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I am going to stick to Christmas. Christmas caroling was my number 3. I don't know if people really even do that anymore.
Yeah.
But that was like really dumb to me. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
like if I'm the receiver, I don't want to watch some people like sing out of tune in front of me. And if I'm the doer, I don't want to have to go knock on people's doors and like ask them if they want to hear me sing something out of tune to them.
Yeah, plus, like, these guys are clearly fiending for some figgy pudding.
Yeah.
When they say, so bring us some figgy pudding.
Yeah.
For those that aren't familiar with that. So not only do you have to buy candy for the Halloween trick-or-treaters each year, but you got to buy so much figgy pudding for all these anxious carolers.
Actually, if any carolers do come through Canterbury Gardens, which they're not going to, but if they do, I'm just going to tell them to sing Fiend.
That will definitely be an Instagram reel this
That will
holiday season.
certainly.
Oh, my goodness.
I've definitely seen that before. There was like trap caroling.
Fiend.
And they went around and like sang rap songs, but like in a Christmas carol way.
Is that the one?
There'll be like a Christmas version where they'll be like joy, joy, joy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have a number 3, Luke?
I would say I would agree with, honestly, I would put the football games on Christmas Day at my number 3, now that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think also to add to the whole football culture,
Sure.
I think a lot of households have football on Thanksgiving, and it's kind of just I guess we should just throw this on because if we weren't going to watch this, we would be watching Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And they would be talking
and it's only 30 minutes long.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that guy. I got another one for us. Y'all are really going to agree with this. We're on to number 4 now, right?
Yep, 4.
Yeah.
Christmas Day Instagram posts of their gifts. Like, you know how, like,
Do
first
people
off,
still do that?
literally on their story, they'll post, like, how aesthetic their unwrapped gifts are, like, under the tree. And I remember being in high school and seeing all my friends post that and being like, wow, they got way more stuff than I did. Every single year. Every single year. And I was just, like, super annoyed by it. Yeah, and then also, like, if this is less common, but when people post open, and they just put it all out like a thing,
Like a haul?
yeah, like a haul,
Christmas haul?
and it's like an iPad, a MacBook, a dirt bike, freaking all, like whatever. I'm like I despise that. That's a thing. Like, I remember I used to text my friends in high school, and I did this in college too, being like, dude, what'd you get for Christmas? And it was all just like it was just keeping.
It's like you got more than one big gift. You got an iPad and a MacBook. That's insane.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
got
like
a car and an Xbox?
Yeah.
You got an Xbox in your car?
You got an Xbox and an Xbox? That was also crazy. People growing up who, like, each individual sibling had a gaming system.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was wild.
I didn't know that was a thing.
We had one Xbox and, like, one Wii. But I had friends who was like, no, this is my PlayStation. That's Will's PlayStation. This one's my PlayStation.
Yeah.
You didn't know people like that growing up?
We just had...
No, there's, like, users. The Xbox has the ability to do... That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I had friends who had, like, their own individual gaming systems.
We never had... Because whenever I was in high school, Xbox Live cost... Like, you had to pay to be able to play online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really thought about this. But playing online wasn't really a thing unless you were, like, really into it.
Yeah.
But in college, I think it's free now.
Yeah. I don't remember, but now it would be like if you wanted to play Fortnite with your brother, you would have to have 2 consoles, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Why people would do it now. But when I was growing up, it didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
It was like you can just do split screen. Why
Yeah,
do you
and
have
Fortnite
2?
was the first game that was completely free.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why games don't do that still. That Fortnite really killed it with that idea. I don't know why people didn't copy them about that whole thing. I don't know. But yeah, I think that wait, what were we just talking about? Why did we just bring up video games?
Taking pictures of your
Christmas
gifts.
hauls.
Yeah,
taking pictures of your hauls.
I hate that.
Yeah,
I
it's
hate that
whack.
so much.
Yeah.
Does that happen? Do you know what I'm talking about, Luke?
Dude, I was seeing that until, like, probably sophomore year of college.
That's crazy.
But you were doing that?
No, not doing it, seeing it, though.
Imagine
Like,
you're
all
like
right,
in the
what
middle
everyone
of college.
get. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I got golf clubs. Or something.
Yeah.
You know? I don't
That's
know.
whack.
And especially, like, it gets even weirder when you're the age where, like, you're kind of starting to get, like, boring gifts in comparison to gifts that a
Most
kid
of my
would
list
get.
is like, I want clothes.
Exactly.
That's most of my Christmas list.
Exactly.
It's the stuff that you, like, genuinely need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't have a single pair of socks that don't have holes in them.
I wait.
Seriously.
I'm like using Claire's toothpaste, being like, my mom's gonna give me toothpaste.
Toothpaste? That's actually crazy. I've never heard toiletry level stuff.
My mom's gonna get me toilet paper.
Well, it's like I could buy.
My mom's gonna pay my power bill.
It's It's like
Mars, why are we using candles still? It's been 6 months.
I could go buy toothpaste, but then I'm going to be using the toothpaste until literally this time next year. So it's like I might as well just wait a month.
I honestly
brush my teeth like once every 3 weeks.
I honestly get that. I honestly get that, but with like gas for your car.
Dude, honestly.
Like I got to wait it out because I'm going to get some for Christmas. Yeah.
Y'all ever this is one of those like financial fallacies that I definitely find myself doing all the time. Like literally I will go to the gas station pump and I will pump $15 because I'm like, I don't want to spend it all right now. Even though I will spend it all.
Yeah.
Like before the next month. I don't know why.
I used to argue with Ella Walker about that because she would just put in like $10. I was like, just fill it up.
That's
like
so
you're just spending more time going to the gas station. Just pay $60 and fill up your car.
I think there's an illusion that you're gonna like win the lottery.
Yeah,
between
you're
times
just
that
waiting,
you get gas.
waiting
I'll
till
feel
you
good
hit
about
it
money
big.
next week.
Yeah. No,
No,
that's so valid.
Yeah.
So
Luke, what's your number 4?
Okay, number 4 is gonna be. I don't want to step on any toes here in case this is something that happens in y'all's families, because it didn't happen in mine, and I kind of see it, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning on like the why is it a thing end, but the families where you have to like find something before you can start opening presents. There's like you know how like some families will do like that pickle, like they'll hide a pickle.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this y'all's families?
No.
My family does hide something. It's not a pickle.
Okay, the pickle one is like the one that I'm thinking of when I think of it.
I don't
sure
know
there's
why
like
it's a pickle.
Yeah. I'm just like you're, like in my family, we waited on the stairs so that, your parents could get you like, chugging a Bang Energy level of hype, before you came down the stairs, and you're just like freaking out up there. And then, like they want to film it or whatever. Like you're already having to do that whole number. I feel like you shouldn't have to, find something like work for especially with a pickle, like the reward being a pickle. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this?
I mean, we do this. We have like a golden reindeer ornament or something.
Yeah.
And it's like whoever finds it first gets to open presents first.
Y'all do it in order? Like you get to open, like that sibling gets to open all of theirs before anyone else does?
Well, it's just kind of like how you start. It's like Chloe found it first, so Chloe starts, and then you just kind of decide from there. I imagine it probably came from like my siblings and I arguing as kids over who opens first. That might be why that started. I don't remember why it started.
I will officially change my number 5 right now to having to go one at a time opening presents. I freaking hate whenever we don't do that for Santa gifts. I guess none of us freaking. Never mind. Like we don't do that for Santa gifts for anyone who believes in Santa, but for literally
for
all
anyone
my
who's
cousins,
27 listening to this right now and still believes in Santa.
American consumerism thanks you for this take.
Like what are we waiting on? Like I'll be like, whoa, Myers, cool pants. After we all do it,
yeah.
I don't want to stare at you open up a pair of pants. Everybody knows what they're getting for Christmas too. They just ask for is that the case? Do you ever?
Yeah, no.
Do you get surprise gifts?
Going off of the like having to find something in order to go first, I like didn't realize that was the significance of it. I thought it was just like let's wear the kids out, running around the house.
That's why we do it. I don't know why other people do it. I don't know why it's a pickle.
We did birth order.
Yeah.
So we always just did
so every
youngest goes first, or
so
oldest
like 1
goes
year youngest oldest, the next year oldest to youngest. So
you never got to go first.
No. And then if
you're just screwed.
If you're in the middle, you're just like, okay, I guess I'll just watch.
Cool, nice.
Got Miles.
Ben got another iPad.
Ben got another iPad. Why do you get another one?
He's already got 3. I don't understand. Every year he just gets a new iPad.
You got an iPad and an iPad?
Was there a deal on iPads? Because so far we've gone through 17 relatives, and every relative has gotten an iPad.
I didn't even want an iPad. I already have an iPad.
And then when I ask why, politely, you say, it's for that thing you always do. And I'm like, well, you really didn't know what you were getting.
Does anybody really need an iPad? I mean, who actually needs an iPad?
Yeah.
I never, if we want to keep talking about iPads, I literally never thought I'd be an iPad guy.
Yeah.
Do you have an iPad?
No, I got it. I used my mom's iPad for I officiated a wedding this summer, and I used it for because wedding officiant, you gotta have the
you have to have an iPad for the aesthetic reasons.
And I officiated the wedding, and I held onto her iPad for I don't know 2 weeks or something. And I literally was like, I kind of enjoy a little nap time iPad. I don't really know how to explain that, but it was just like I don't want to watch YouTube on my TV. I never want to watch YouTube on my phone because phones are addicting. But iPad just felt like this healthy medium.
Not addicting.
Yeah.
No.
So pretty much I was just getting addicted to a really big phone is what I was saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
Claire does use her iPad all the time for art stuff and studying.
That's the most valid reason I feel like to have one.
She has this app where she just got into needlepoint, and this app you can hand draw your needlepoint thing on the iPad and then print it, and then you can use it as your needlepoint design.
Wow.
Whatever.
It's kind of just like a really fancy composition journal.
Yeah.
All an iPad is.
Yeah.
Wow. Myers, do you have a number 4?
Did I say number 4? I did have a number 4. Halloween yard decorations.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
There was one up the street from church this year. If you have kids listening to this, go ahead and skip this section. It was 2 skeletons on top of each other as if they were
humping,
doing it.
That's so wild.
And I was like, you have that inflated in your yard?
That's so wild.
Funny.
That's
it's funny
insane. That's insane.
That's so wild. Yeah, I don't. It's not like, hey, don't do it. It's more like, what a interesting hill to die.
It's
on.
Why did you spend $150 on that?
And it's it's also the one holiday where you're in Christmas you're I want jumbo Santa up in my yard to promote happiness, and I want the little Thanksgiving blow up in my yard to promote thanks, and then with Halloween it's I want the skeleton in my yard to promote fear.
Yeah,
it's so
we're
wild.
pro fear in this house.
Yeah.
We want to scare children.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it too much, man. That's probably what they would say.
Yeah.
I think that if I could just do a little footnote on this, or a little double click, or not a double click, just a little other thing, Christmas decoration, the thing where it's the light that shines up on the house, and it's
spins
flurries
around
or whatever, or that also. I think that's so annoying.
I don't really like most of these decorations and things, but I respect the Christmas stuff more because it is fun to drive around and look at Christmas decorations and lights.
You gotta add to the.
I never want to be that guy. I just want some simple white/yellow lights, whatever you call them. Yeah. That's all I want. But I respect the hustle.
Y'all anti or pro rainbow lights, colorful lights?
Ooh, on a tree or on a house?
Yes, either way.
Either way, yeah, I'm pretty anti.
Okay.
I'd say it just
more pro on either of those.
I'd say rainbow lights in general for Christmas. We got to get those out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're more of a aesthetic Christmas kind of guy.
Yeah, definitely aesthetic Christmas.
Okay, I think aesthetic Christmas. Me and Myers have a big disagreement on this. I think aesthetic Christmas is an oxymoron. I don't understand. Christmas is so fun.
Yeah.
That I feel you can kind of be clumsy.
You
know, it can kind of be cluttery and and funny.
Yeah.
But that's also just my personal take. I think when you're trying to do aesthetic life, I get that because it's I'm trying to be orderly and stuff. Christmas is just in every meaning of the word. It's just chaos. The whole Christmas season is chaos, and it's super fun.
Good chaos. It's good chaos, to be clear.
But nobody's caught up on sleep during Christmas. People are skipping work left and right during Christmas.
Yep.
And you're financially spending like a moron the whole month. But it's just it's kind of worth it. I don't know. I feel like whenever you have funky lights like that, whenever I see rainbow lights or whatever you want to call them, is rainbow lights the right word? I feel like that sounds wrong. Colorful lights.
Colored lights?
Yeah, whenever you see colored lights. No, I don't like that. Colorful lights. I think it's like really, like it makes me think of like my basement. That's really why, actually, now that I think about it. Our like playroom was our basement room, and downstairs we had colorful lights on our where our toys and like our singular Xbox was and our singular Wii was. But the upstairs was like very like white light, green candles, red candle, like it was very prim. And downstairs was like fun, where Christmas actually happened. Maybe that's why it is. I've always wondered that about myself. But also like the outside of my house, this is I can't remember exactly where we landed on this, Myers, but I'm pretty sure the outside of the house only adds to the fun of others. Christmas inside the house actually affects like your feng shui in your life, right? So I understand if you don't want to do like clumsy, funky Christmas inside. I don't do colorful lights inside, but my outside lights are colorful because I'm like, I want people to be like, "Let's go! It's the freaking Christmas season, baby." I don't know, just add to the fun. I also really want like a iconic. Iconic's not the right word. I want like a huge yard thing, or maybe not big, like not huge as in like size, but I really want like a super funky yard decoration because I just think it's funny. I think it's fun.
I wonder how much money it would cost to make an original one of those, like a giant blow up of like your family around the tree,
like inside of a snow globe with Santa skiing behind you.
Like literally, if I could find like a vintage, like polar bear Coca-Cola Santa Claus blow up. That was like it could be 10 feet tall, and I would be like, "That is so sick." I would do that in my yard.
Yeah,
but like when it comes to the like welcome to the North Pole, like Hallmark sign or something like that, I'm like, I just would never put that in my yard. I don't know.
Also with the blow ups, like statistically, Santa chooses your yard first, your house first when he sees how fun the blow up is. He's like, "Oh, that looks so fun and wacky and wild in there."
Yeah. Maybe that's where the whole thing, it's like you got to find the blow up first. Therefore, that's why you have to find the pickle first to see who gets the gift.
Right.
That's where it comes.
That's so true.
I'm just going to go ahead to my number 5. My number 5 is fireworks.
Oh, interesting.
I hate fireworks. That could be for like New Year's Eve. Or
that's super interesting. I've never, like, fireworks is, like, why do you not like them?
They smell bad, and they're really loud and abrasive, and I just don't understand.
And pretty much anything else on Earth that are those two things at the same time, I'm not a big fan of either.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, I get like, I don't know, in certain contexts, they're exciting. You hit a home run at a baseball game and shoot some fireworks, sure. But like, I don't know. I don't want to go outside in the cold and like set things on fire and run away and then just like plug your ears so that it doesn't like scare you.
Yeah.
It makes dogs bark and scream, so it's like annoying to them.
Dogs bark and scream.
The dogs are just like,
it's
happening. Just dog. Anyway, Luke, what's your number 5?
Okay. So my number 5 is a tie. / this could just be my 4 and 5 because I honestly didn't feel that strongly about my 4. I would say the first one being good weather on Christmas. I'm not a fan of that tradition. I would prefer to be somewhere that is cold.
Yeah, sure.
Because
good weather is in like warm weather,
right?
Yeah.
Like today weather.
When it's cold, when it's like cold and snowy, like it kind of pushes you inside, like with your family. I like being from Texas, and maybe Miles can attest to this. On Christmas,
Texas to this,
right? On Christmas and like that time of season, even like Christmas Day, you can go like on a walk with your family, and that's what most people do.
Yeah,
and it feels like maybe it feels like spring in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Like it feels very nice.
Like
and
55, 65 kind of vibe.
it's weird because like the morning time is like chaotic Christmas, and then the afternoon / evening is like, oh, we're just out on a stroll. Like it's just another regular day now. Yeah. So I would prefer to be cold and not like warm. So warm weather would be my favorite. And then I guess to kick it to my second one, this is Halloween. Parents that dress their infants up as like culturally relevant costumes to adults.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That
like,
is such a good one.
So like you'll see on Instagram.
You thought about that one.
Oh my goodness.
You thought about that one.
Yes. So like this is one that I heard about going around on social media.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should even say this, but like, if you have like 2 twin boys, you're like there were parents that would be like, oh, Menendez brothers, because that's on Netflix right now.
That's horrid.
Oh my gosh.
Or like it's a common thing to be like, there will be some like famous SNL skit, like cowbell, like there was a character called like Drunk Uncle on SNL for a while, and like I would see around Halloween on like SNL's Instagram them be like, oh, this mom dressed her baby up as like Drunk Uncle.
That's
like
crazy.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's tough.
There's like a freaking, I don't even know, like like one of their babies is like an illegal immigrant, and the other one's like Donald Trump, like
it's so wild. Yeah, like that's only for the social media, and it's just like it feels like unethical.
They have no choice right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, definitely classic Halloween costumes for babies.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Dress them up as a pumpkin.
Dress them up as a
actually surprised.
pumpkin.
I feel like Halloween Halloween yard decorations probably make me the most annoyed. I'm trying to think of any other random holiday. I think pinching on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
definitely
that
could be on
pissed
my
me
top
off
5
as a kid. Definitely.
Yeah.
Gosh, and you know what has two? It has absolutely no room in our top 5, our cumulative top 5.
Mm-hmm.
That is Christmas music and freaking real trees. Those two will not. So we need to think of
those
more
are in top
that
5. I don't know if we have a cumulative. I mean, we were all over the place.
Yeah.
I think NFL games on Thanksgiving, that could probably be our number 1.
Yeah.
Wait, let me look. I think Christmas caroling too might be in my top 5. That almost made it into my top 5.
I'm willing to add Christmas caroling to the cumulative.
Okay.
Just because of the figgy pudding thing.
Do we want to do drive-through nativity?
Okay, so NFL games number 1, caroling number 2.
Yeah.
Drive-through nativity. Is that going to be number 3?
I'm going to say drive-through nativity. Even though I've never been to one, I feel like to be a high schooler or a college kid and to dress up as one of those people is a power trip.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think Christmas Day Instagram posts across the board, nobody's a big fan of those. We'll go that number 4. I'm trying to think of anything like it, and then St. Patrick's Day pinching, the number 5,
which none of us listed before. Wait, what was number 4 again?
Instagram Christmas Day Instagram posts.
Christmas flexes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Christmas cards. I think that's a good thing to post or like share.
Yeah.
But in terms of Instagram posts about gifts, that's between you and the gifts, brother or sister. Mostly sister, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. Pinching on St. Patrick's Day. That's funny because no one's going to think about St. Patrick's Day, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other there's nothing on Valentine's Day that's like annoys me really. I'm sure if I didn't have a wife, I would probably annoy me. But
yeah,
New Year's, I kind of like New Year's vibes.
Yeah. I like New Year's vibes too.
Yeah,
New Year's vibes are good.
I like V-Day. Do you have any thoughts on Valentine's Day, Luke?
No, we always growing up we did everyone got one present on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
for whatever reason. That's just something my family did. So I always liked Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I'm a big Valentine's Day fan. I think it's fun to celebrate love. We talked about this last episode it was 2 episodes ago, where I had a friend in North Carolina who just really, really helped me rethink about it. And it wasn't really about celebrating couples as much as celebrating love. So
yeah,
it's
big
so
fan.
Good.
And then I'm trying to go through all the holidays, make sure we didn't miss any.
Easter. I don't feel like there are any Easter that are bad.
Yeah, I don't think of anything. Easter's just kind of fun. You eat candy, Easter egg hunt, church, all of it's good.
Yeah. Pastel family photos.
Pastel family photos. Maybe like this isn't really a tradition, but when Easter's early and everybody's like dressed in pastels, but it's like cold outside still, and you're still super pale from winter.
Yeah,
it never really fits. But whenever it's like early June, late April, and it's like warm, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of I think it's just July 4th is next.
Yeah, July 4th.
I literally was thinking about this while we were doing the podcast. I can't think of one thing July 4th that I dislike. I
have one.
What?
If you've ever been to a fireworks show on July 4th, they are objectively playing Proud to be an American too many times.
That's fair.
I remember being at a fireworks show because we work at a camp over the summer, and me and my brother, and all my brothers did, but yeah, me and my younger brother were there, and Ryan, he's been on, and
both of your brothers have been on.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was just thinking about how I was the one that got the call back. But Ryan leans over to me after like the fourth play of Proud to be an American.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is the fourth time they've played Proud to be an American.
Yeah.
And
they haven't played anything
now that
else.
I think of it, that's so true. And it's like the most repetitive one. It's the most mid one.
Yeah.
I just think 4th of July music in general, you don't have a lot of hits there.
I don't really thought there is like music they play on July 4th, and I'm just like, this is a little bit, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I don't really like July 4th because I'm like a patriot. Like I do love America, sure. USA, baby, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, y'all remember when USA played in the Women's World Cup on July 4th a few years ago? That was electric.
That was
crazy.
That was insane.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Your dad said July 4th was his favorite holiday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
It's
of
a
July
good
4th.
one.
Yeah,
it's a really
it's
good
a
one.
big one in the Peacock household.
Yeah. And then after that, the next one isn't till is Halloween. The next one.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. That's the biggest gap of holiday right there.
Yeah.
There's
and then Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we talked about Thanksgiving, Christmas. Tanya, I don't think we missed any. I think pinching from St. Patrick might be number one. Well, actually, football. I don't really like. I can kind of get behind football though. St. Patrick's Day green. I'm just like, this isn't even real. This isn't even a real holiday.
Yeah.
Can I say something about the pinching?
Yeah.
Isn't it always that guy that like already hits you or punches you?
Yeah.
Like during the regular year that's pinching everybody on St. Patrick's Day?
It is. I also hate St. Patrick's Day because it's the day after my birthday, so it always kind of stole the spotlight from me a little bit.
Oh,
and
man.
I was like, come on,
that's
man.
Tough.
I forgot about Earth Day. I don't know.
I thought about Earth Day. I was like, I don't think there are any traditions around Earth Day.
I think Earth Day is one of those days where it's like some people will be like, you didn't remember it was Earth Day? That kind of vibe.
We're
That's
supposed to remember the Earth today.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I went on a walk yesterday. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do. I'm working.
You worked on Earth Day?
Yeah, I went hiking last weekend.
Wow.
Is that good enough for you?
Hey, well, guys, I hope that, for all you Detroit Lion fan listener, I'm really sorry, first off. And for anyone else.
I'm not.
And Cowboys.
For anyone else that definitely got offended by Myers' take on Christmas music and the rest of all of us, pretty much 99.9% of listeners who disagreed with the real tree thing. I actually would love to do. Will you do a poll about the real tree, fake tree
Yeah.
thing, too? I would love to know what the thought of that is, because I think that's actually crazy. But for, those two and then the various other ways we probably offended people.
We're
really
a
sorry.
silent majority, yeah.
I really hope this provides some tasty feedback, some spicy feedback from y'all. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us in this winter wanderland.
Thanks for coming on, Luke.
Luke Becker.
Thank you so much for
appreciate your
having
help.
me, and happy holidays.
Appreciate your help on this.
Happy
one.
all the holidays.
Happy all the holidays.
Thanks.
I hope that you listen to this on your drive, on your very, very long drive home
I will.
to Dallas Tape
I will.
House. How long? When are you
was a
going home for
pleasure.
Christmas? Any idea?
For Christmas?
Are you like day after school? You're out of here, or are you like you wait a bit?
See, I never plan those trips until like the day before, which is probably bad because my family wants to know like when I'm coming home, and I'm like, it's more of a feel thing.
That's real. That was me.
When
That was me.
When the road calls me home, I'll come
Like,
home.
I don't know when, but
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, I'm going to hang around, and once it's like not fun anymore, then I'll leave.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's how I was.
That's very true.
Oh, man. Cool. Well, thanks so much for listening, guys. And a Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Secret Segment of the podcast where you have to wait an hour and 18 minutes. All right.
What?
Miles is confused.
Yeah. Miles wanted to be on today, and I said, "If you listen," he said, "No."
Oh,
You know how many people?
Savage.
Do you know how many people want to be on this podcast and they've never listened?
That's crazy.
I'm like, how do you even know you want to be on it?
You
don't
know,
even know what
how
it
many
is.
Alabama
Stevens
football
are-
players want to get playing time on the field and they've never watched film?
Steven's our primary podcast
Exact
gatekeeper.
parallel. Alabama football players.
This is
speak
the
for
Alabama
time.
football.
Steven is our primary guest gatekeeper.
I literally, people ask me all the time. Actually, I'm not gonna say this on. No, that's definitely how I gatekeep. So, I keep asking if you want to be on. We love having people on. We love having new people on too. We
I'm kind
definitely
of down.
love having Luke Becker on.
I'm down to have anybody on, if I'm being honest.
Well,
Let me just say that I heard
happy
rumors
for you.
about somebody who recently came on that I'm really, really excited about.
Secret.
Yeah, secrets. You're
This is-
wait and see.
Who recently came on?
Yes,
Birnbaum?
that's it.
That was last week's episode, so it's fine. You can talk about it.
Wait, that one's out?
Yeah.
Did it come out?
It's
on
not
Friday?
out, but it will be out the
By the
week
time
before
this
this.
Okay,
one.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
We're
I'm
like
really,
3 weeks ahead right now.
I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah.
pretty excited. Birnbaum actually was like really good at it.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was awesome.
Incredible
Shout out
guy.
Birnbaum. Shout out Birnbaum's mom. You probably listened to this one because you listened to it last week. You're like, that's pretty good. I'm listening to another one.
Yeah, we're
'cause
trying
my
to
son
get
was on it.
as many parents listening as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout
We
out
definitely
Mom and Dad.
definitely have the Becker family on.
Yeah.
Right,
Also,
yeah.
Walker family, if you're listening to this, I just want to let you know that I actually really did love going to the Pennsylvania Botanical Gardens. I don't want you to think I didn't like doing that. I
Yeah.
love that stuff. It was awesome, especially whenever we
It's
went
just
there.
cold.
They had this.
It's just cold
fucking
outside.
Huge atrium. It was like the size of like the BJCC. It was ginormous.
Wow.
I guess my message to the Walker family would be, no invite is crazy.
Yeah, Danny, John. Why are we not inviting Luke Becker to our family Christmases? It's more of a feel thing, you know?
Yeah. We were gonna invite you, but I don't know. Just didn't feel right.
That was good. I liked that.
That was good. I liked that. That was kind of how I feel about today's episode.
I guess we don't really have anything in the secret segment to talk about.
Can you look up on Reddit #1 secret?
Yeah.
That nobody knows. Most popular secret that nobody knows.
How can it be popular and unknown?
Biggest secret you're not allowed to tell anybody.
I'm looking up what is the biggest secret.
Antarctica.
Antarctica's not real.
The Earth is flat.
Is there anything that's coming up at all?
I found, what do you think is the biggest secret being kept from mankind? People are secretly alive, but dead for the public life.
That's the biggest secret.
That's it.
So one person commented under that and said, I like to believe Kim Jong-un is already dead. Okay.
Okay.
They like to believe that.
They like
Speaking
to
of
believe
playing proud to be an American
Yeah.
too many times, people like to believe that Kim Jong-un is dead.
That's pretty wild.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of this is about like history and stuff. Like
Our
McCartney died.
aliens are actually really good singers, stuff like that.
it's like things get forgotten. This is like CIA propaganda manipulation techniques and the extent of their reach. Example being MK Ultra. We know that exists, but
Yeah.
it's only because it failed. So then it's like, what do we know? What do we not know that has not failed?
What is an MK Ultra? What does that mean?
It was like a mind control thing that started, I think, after World War II. Luke's more of an expert on this than I am, but
Yeah, thank you. Just passing the rock off to me.
I love the rock.
MK Ultra was this thing where they went up to different people in the street and twirled their finger in their face and spun their finger around enough times to hypnotize them into giving them their social security number.
Are you being serious right now?
Isn't that wild?
I think you're messing.
Here are the
with me.
biggest secrets.
No, it's not a secret.
Here are the biggest secrets in the game Elden Ring.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening today.
There's a secret passage in the deep root depths located in the wall adjacent to Hyatt, in the area where the frenzied flame proscription is located. Roll the wall and it will disappear, revealing a short hallway. At the end of this hallway, there's a chest. Behind the chest, another disappearing wall will be revealed. You should roll towards it.
Okay.
And if you play the Christmas song by Nat King Cole backwards, it's actually a Thanksgiving song. Thank you.
If you say Christmas backwards, it sounds like Thanksgiving, pretty much. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. We are so happy that y'all are having a happy holiday season. All right, bye.
Bye.